Hey, this is Naomi.
Ari,
Treasure.
Emmy.
We are Caribbean cousins,
having open,
candid conversations,
About our upbringing.
and much more.
Continue listening to
Spill
Spill the Tea with us. Hey, girl. How are you?
Yeah, I'm live.
That's the most important part. That's definitely the most important part.
Yep.
How's your week been?
Well, the week just started, but it's a little hectic, even though it's only Sunday.
Yeah,
So that's
I
cool.
feel you. I feel like Sunday is personally one of my most hectic days. It's either Saturday or Sunday. That's always go.
Right.
So what's been the sugar of your week?
TikTok. Here's why. Okay, lately I've been seeing a lot of puppy videos on my feed, and I've been so happy.
Yes.
So happy.
Oh my goodness.
Also, I've been seeing a lot of Christmas on my feed.
Really?
I'm not sure what they're trying to tell me because I'm not trying to go that far already, but like they getting me to it. So
if the viewers don't already know, Emmy is a Christmas fanatic.
Yes.
Okay. When Thanksgiving is almost dinner, it might be already almost over. She's already planning on putting up her 25 Days of Christmas movie marathon calendar up. Yes. I know it all too well. I get really excited to see what movie is next. It's always a treat. But oh my goodness, I haven't seen so much of Christmas stuff on TikTok, but I have been getting an influx of either babies, and oh my god, I love a chunky baby, just little thick thighs. Oh my goodness, and the thigh crease. Oh.
Yep.
And then one of the TikTokers that I follow right now, she like dances and twerks and she was pregnant, like real big.
Well,
she like was dancing up until like 2 or 3 weeks before she had her baby, or maybe even she was dancing like the week of when she had her baby. But wow. Yeah, very impressive. Okay, very impressive. And yeah, she just had her baby, and the cheeks, oh my goodness. So that's definitely been something for me to watch. And just like I feel like TikTok's been inspiring lately. Yes.
I feel so too.
Yeah, I think the sugar of my week so far has been exploring new places. And yeah, exploring new places. And also I'm prepping for a no-buy. So it's gonna be real depressing. But from September 22nd to October 22nd, I'm planning on being on a no-buy. That's gonna try my spirit. Because one thing about me, usually the sugar of my week is Target. So
yeah.
And Target came out with a new collection. And it's Black owned. Her name starts with K Bakerfield. And it's called the Future Collection. And the pieces are really beautiful. You probably know the designer. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's like Kiara. That's not her name, but it starts with a K. Bakerfield. And oh my goodness, the pieces are beautiful. I actually bought some of the collection. It's downstairs, so I have to try those on really quickly to see if I'm keeping any. But yeah, you would probably love that collection. And she's coming out with part 2, I believe. So yes.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm prepping for a no-buy because I feel like I need to have self-discipline.
Right.
Yeah. we'll see how we're not going to see how that goes. We're going to make sure that it happens really well.
Right, right. You gotta have confidence. That's the part.
Exactly. You see, he got me.
Yeah.
So, I really just want to talk to you about your creative journey because I have seen you, of course, grow up because I mean, they were cousins. But I really seen you grow into your creative journey as well. Like from you experimenting with photography, because that's like a big thing that you do, like your Instagram, chef's kiss, and that you make sets and stuff like that. So where do you think the inspiration for a lot of your photography comes about?
Great question. I think if it's not Pinterest, because I love Pinterest, I have a whole board just for like photo shoots ideas. But usually it's like other Black creators I follow or movies. I feel like movie, they really get creative, like their makeup and like their costume, not costume, but like their outfits and attire and such. And honestly, I just like watching like film or like listening to music that really helps me inspire, like help me paint a picture. Cause I'm a really visual person when it comes to like creativity and like art and stuff. I used to draw when I was younger. I would draw like fashion and dresses and stuff like that. And so also I was obsessed with Barbie. So
Facts,
she was
Lord
pretty much
Jesus. Oh my God. You and
Barbie was my best
Kelda
friend.
with these Barbies. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes. I tell people all the time, like my Barbies were not just like the regular human beings, like they were celebrities. My Barbies were influencers. They had mansions, they had cars, they had bikes, they had motorcycles. They had plenty of different outfits because they were models. They had to switch up the outfits. So I, I felt like that like started something that I didn't know that it could translate to who I am now, if that makes sense. Like just having that imagination, that like, creativity of just like playing with dolls, even if I'm just in my living room, somehow I could create a picture of where my dolls are. Like, yeah, they might be like in this little house, but in my mind, they're like at a fashion show right now,
Yeah.
So like being like in touch with my imagination has helped me to how I start my or how I create my photography, like backdrops or the makeup or the outfits or whatever. Because like I feel like when I was playing with dolls, like nothing was off limits.
Yeah.
Like so like why not translate that to my photography? Even if I don't have the resources, I can create into something,
Yeah,
make it
you're gonna
look
find
like
those resources.
right. Even if it's just like my bed sheet or like a little plant, I mean that has outside. Like I'm gonna make into something, just like using my imagination.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, nice. That's wonderful. That is very wonderful. Plus, I know that you had that story about me is I have always loved modeling and acting. Like whenever I was little, um, um, Auntie Michelle used to call me Miss Thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so she would call me Miss Thing, and then my mom always like called me Miss something because they always thought I was gonna be like a Miss Universe or stuff like that. And I had always generally loved modeling, even whenever I was like a baby, just taking pictures, always liked it. And growing up, we've all seen the pictures of me doing my model walk.
Yeah.
And whether it was Auntie Gracie's house or just around, and I would always like smell the cameras. I've always loved it and enjoyed it. Um, yeah, I've always loved and enjoyed it. And I eventually got to the space where I was able to take my career to modeling and acting. And now I'm in a space where I'm able to help train models and actors and like, I won't say form them, but it's my job to like create creators now, which is mind-boggling.
That's so cool when you think about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy because whenever I meet them, they're in their early stages of realizing that they creatively have something.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking back to what kids naturally love to do, it really does feed into everything. Like and it's not only what they like to do, it's the reason behind it.
Right.
Because I have asked some people, hey, what were some activities that you like to do whenever you were younger? For me, I loved creating a story. So whenever I didn't have too many dolls growing up, but whenever I decided that I was going to be playing with like my dolls, they had to have a backstory. Like off rip, they had to have a backstory. They had to be coming from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They had to be going somewhere. I had to physically write it down.
Wow.
So there was a story that had to be told. And I generally loved doing that. And that kind of stuck throughout like my whole life. Like now, whenever I do fashion shows, everything has to have a story attached to it. Yeah, everything has to have a story attached to it. Even whenever I'm doing, of course, skits have to have stories. But whenever I was little, that was like my thing. I used to read a lot of books. Like, did you ever read the Mary Kay and Ashley books?
I think so. I had a lot of books when I was younger, to be honest. I was one of them kids.
When I tell you I
The
was
book
in my book,
fairs, yeah.
what was your favorite childhood book?
Man, I had a lot, but I think one of them was Diary Would Be Good. I had like all the books in the series. I remember I had like this chest of books, and I never had like one book of the series. Like, I had all the Judy Moody's. I had all the ones, I forget what they're called. They look like the Diary of the Wimpy Kid book, but it's a girl and they're pink. I can never remember the name of them, but I feel like to me, Diary of the Wimpy Kid was like the it book when I was in elementary. So I was like, yeah, I had to grab onto that. So I think that was like my favorite, that or Judy Moody. Because Judy Moody was always getting something. She was always moody. I don't know what was wrong with that girl, but
Oh my gosh, her and Judy B. Jones.
Yes,
just like
that one. Yes.
Y'all don't want to sit down and like settle? No? Okay.
These girls was on something else.
Doing something, always in something. Oh my goodness. But I really loved, I think that's also where like my love of true crime came in. But I used to always like I used to either really love like girly fashion books or like a little bit of some like mystery book, like what was it, Nancy Drew books.
Yes, those were the best.
Yes,
I thoroughly enjoyed those.
Yes, I read so many of them. I think I read in my school, I think I read all of the ones that were in our library because like I would constantly go back to back and just read them. And yeah, I think that's where my love of true crime really like developed and formed. But yeah, going back to like the appreciation for fashion, you have a very, I wouldn't say distinct fashion taste, but it's obvious that you love and enjoy fashion. So for someone like me, who I love fashion, okay, love seeing it on other people, but it's hard for me to translate it to myself. How do you make that transition to appreciating it and enjoying it on other people, but also making it to your own whenever you are collecting pieces for yourself?
Okay, so that has been a journey, and the reason why is because ultimately you have to find out like what's your personal style. Like what do you actually like to wear and what fits your body, because clothes that fit your body well will look most flattering and will give you more confidence than if you try something on that doesn't really flatter your body, but you saw it, on someone else, or you saw it in the mall, you thought, you know what I'm saying? So like discovering your style, your personal style, and figuring out what types of clothes like look good for your body, and so I can't even give like a distinct phrase that describes my style, because I feel like I kind of like take pieces of different aesthetics that I like. I kind of just like ultimately I like the more, not like more sophisticated, like kind of like the classy but like chic but like tomboy but like I'm still like girly, in a sense. Like it's hard to describe.
So
But
basically, I feel like you're fashionable, but it's not in a specific category. Because I feel like people like really try to pick aesthetic and stick to it, when like in reality, I'm a different person every single day. So my wardrobe is probably going to look like that. Because one day I want to be that girly, preppy, classic girl. But on other days, sometimes I want to be like that e-girl aesthetic. Maybe sometimes I want to wear darker colors and look more alternative some days. Or some days I just want to look tomboyish. I just want to put on a jogger set and be cute.
right. So like in that sense, it really like it differentiates, depending on the mood, the day, especially the weather. The weather low key does dictate what I be wearing. Because like if it's gloomy, I'm not gonna wear bright clothes. But if it's like sunny, I'm not gonna wear dark clothes. Like not wear black or like deep blue or like a purple, like something, So the clothes really can like affect your mood. So like even when it's gloomy, I don't want to wear like a lot of dark clothes, or I will start feeling like, like like I'll just have like the aurora with me that would give out the ooh, don't talk to her. She's not really okay today,
Yeah.
So I think with translating, you could be inspired. Like definitely like look out and see like what resonates with you, whether it's like in Pinterest or like YouTube or like celebrities and what they wear. But like I said before, like finding your style and like you're not limiting yourself to one aesthetic, like you were saying. Like you can have like 10 aesthetics, and they all make sense to you because you like them.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to just stick to one each day. You can maybe if you want to wear this aesthetic for one day, check out another one the other day, see how you like it, and experimenting. I think my dad, because he's a fashionable guy. I'll say so myself.
He is very fashion forward.
Yes. And so when I was maybe elementary or maybe younger than that, he would like buy like floral pants or like different color sneakers and stuff like that. Like I guess kind of introducing me to like, oh, you wear this, or you wear this, or do you like this style, or do you like this more and stuff like that. So I kind of got like in a glimpse of like, like what was out there, Like I'm not really a fan of the floor pants anymore, but I think at the moment I was like, oh, this is kind of cute, But the idea was I explored options, I experimented with different styles to find my style. And so once you get that down, can't nobody tell you nothing because everyone's style is different. There's no one standard of style. And so once you find your style, you'll be confident in whatever you wear, no matter if it's really anything or a whole bunch of layers, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's the key. That's the thing that's been helping me a lot to this day.
For me, I find a lot of like loud pieces or signature pieces, and having to find the basics to ease that transition between those aesthetics is a hard part for me, if that makes sense. Because I'll have really colorful dresses. I have a lot of prints. I'm looking at a rack of clothes right now. It's but I also love dresses, so it kind of helps because a dress is a dress. Okay, put that baby on. Maybe you style a little bit more. Maybe put a cardigan on it. Put your shoes and your bag together, and it's good to go. But for me, I do struggle with putting a top and pants and I feel like I struggle with layering because I didn't grow up in a cold climate.
Mm.
I grew up where it's so hot consistently, and we have very short summers, not summers,
Right.
very short winters,
Yeah.
that you pop on a jacket, by the end of the day, you really don't need it.
Right. Right.
So yeah, growing up into your style is definitely like something else. And I'm grateful that nowadays we have like social media kind of, it's a good and a bad thing, to kind of show you how to style different items. I feel like finding like mid-sized girls on TikTok that have like my current body shape has helped a lot. And I actually teach my kids like or teach my students in my school like body shapes. And every single time I do that lesson, I remind myself, oh crap, I have to make sure that I'm buying things for my body shape. So it's super flattering. And that I am, of course, showing off my assets. And that overall makes you feel good as a person to have things that, like, you make you feel good. And like you said earlier, making sure that you are wearing things that like bring out, I call it that boss bitch in you. Like, or bring out the mood that you want for the day.
Exactly.
So if I want to be like a soft little cute princess for the day, I might wear my little like blush pinks or like little lavender. If I need to be like on it, I'll probably wear like a really nice blouse and like trousers or pants and my heels, and we're on it the day.
Yeah. And it's funny because you mentioned about the weather in Texas. I totally forgot that I'm from Michigan. So like living in Alabama, like when it gets cold, you definitely need layers.
Yeah.
And so the one thing though, when I was living in Michigan, I had to wear a uniform at my school. And so that kind of limited my exploration of fashion a bit because I could only wear so many things because of the uniform. So I came back to Texas in maybe 2016 and went to a public school and there's no uniform, and it wasn't really cold. I didn't really like play around with layers, like button up or like a jacket or like a sweater and like boots or whatever. Like I didn't really get into deep into that. I just maybe just wear a jacket and a t-shirt because it's not really that cold.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in Alabama and it do get cold and it do snow, in the wintertime, I'm like,
hey,
okay,
it snows in
this
Texas
is
now.
fun. Yes, which is scary. So it's scary.
God.
But playing with layers for me has been like really fun because like I feel like I have more options now than like in the summertime where it was too hot to put anything more than a t-shirt and some shorts or like a little sundress. So now that it's getting cooler and you want to pop out of like basketball games or events or whatever, like layers has been like really fun because there's so many ways that you can layer outfits. I'm realizing that a lot of my summer pieces are transitional for the winter. So like sundress, throw on like a turtleneck under the sundress.
Yes.
And a waist belt, boots, and a bag. I mean, you're hip.
Put a little I was almost gonna say waist trainer. Put a little, what's that thing called? The corset. Put a little corset on top
corset.
of it.
Yeah,
like
those are
really
hot
tie
now.
everything. Yes.
Right. So you don't necessarily need to buy winter clothes. You just need to buy like those statement pieces that you wear, like maybe a turtleneck or like a cardigan or like a regular plain long sleeve shirt. And just throw them separate clothes over it. Not only works for certain things, like the sundresses, those usually work. Even if it's like
the satin dresses.
Yes.
Those work
those are
very
hot.
well.
Yes. Or even like a tank top. Like what are these? Throw this over like a button up, oversized white button up, some jeans and some boots.
Nobody can tell you nothing.
Right. So that's the one thing that I've realized, because sometimes when the winter changes, you feel like you gotta throw out the whole wardrobe, buy a new
Yeah.
wardrobe for the season. You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
just gotta explore what you got and see what you could put together.
Yes. And I feel like we talked about this in previous episodes, but making sure that, not making sure, but finding a sustainable aspect of your wardrobe. And that definitely helps whenever you already have pieces that are transitional. So you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of new clothing because you feel like, oh, I need a whole new wardrobe. When in reality, you can use those transitional pieces, use those layering techniques in order to use the clothes that you already have, and that'll expand your wardrobe a lot.
Right. I think nowadays that's called a capsule wardrobe, pretty much,
Yes.
where you buy like those like white, black, tan type of colors and those type of like outfits. So you can like wear them like not over and over again, but like wear those same pieces just in different colors and like different fabrics. So, like all
Yeah.
season long, like you're good to go. And
Yes.
so,
So the capsule wardrobe that I've been looking at, I've been following this lady that does a capsule wardrobe, and she'll have her rack and she'll get about 10 items in her capsule wardrobe, and she'll add in like a few signature pieces. Those items are what she uses as like the base of her wardrobe,
yeah.
and she like rotates everything else inwards. And I was following another lady as well who does something similar. And a lot of people push the white, black, nude. But in reality, not everybody likes to dress in white, black, nude all the time. I'm not one of those people. Okay. But you have to find the colors that look good on you to have in your capsule wardrobe.
Right.
Because I know for me, if I was to create a capsule wardrobe, I would definitely, of course, have white in there, but I would have probably like I have like a signature pink or signature orange that I always wear. So I would have to have those colors in there as well. Or else to me, I would get so freaking bored of having a staple setup.
Yeah, I agree with that, because not only, I mean, you can like, not stack, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you can like get like that white and then put like an orange over it, or like put like a purple, like a deep like
Yes.
velvet purple or something. So definitely having those like pop-up colors within it
Yes.
will definitely like spruce up the capsule. So not just like nude, black, like even add texture. I love the leopard print. Leopard prints I go to for fall, and also I wear in summertime too, because why not?
Yeah.
But
people fail to remember that animal print or floral print is a neutral.
Yes.
It's neutral that could be added on top of.
Right.
But yeah, you can go back to what you were saying. I just had to pop that in there.
No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. So that all goes down to like experimenting. Like I love playing dress up, even like online. But I love like playing like dress up like with my cousins, whatever. And like just have a little dress up little situation in your closet or in your room or something. And like see like what looks together, what do you like together? I feel like that will help you better set up like your wardrobe, either for next season or for the next week or for the next day, whatever. Like experimenting.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I know you guys are enjoying this episode.
Easy, wow.
I know it's all about fashion and great things in life, right?
Yes, it is.
So you guys should subscribe right now.
Yes, you should.
Leave a comment.
Go ahead.
Go to our TikTok.
Follow that Joan.
Not Joan.
Yes,
follow all of it, right? Make sure that you are following us, liking us. Make sure you're interacting with us. We appreciate you guys so much. All right. So keep on watching. Keep on listening.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm not limiting yourself to one set of color palette or like one set of or like a set of season or whatever, because the one thing, like I love like YouTube and social media for this, for coming up with the new like fashion trends, like the capsule wardrobe and whatever. But sometimes people hop on the trend, just like hop on the trend, and it kind of like ignore their own personal style just to do the trend, you know? And so
it comes off as ingenuine, and you see that there's a missing piece, and that missing piece is them and their personality.
right, right. And that's the big key, your personality. Like it's different than you just wearing the clothes and it don't even fit you as a person. You don't even like the color you're wearing, actually.
Yeah.
You're just
the
wearing
clothes
it.
are the clothes are wearing you, you're not wearing the clothes.
Exactly. So when you wear things that complement your personality, that adds to confidence. Not that you're wearing a $700 belt, but
Yes.
because you feel like yourself. You like how you feel in the clothes. And so it's like, oh
Exactly.
wow, you know, they looking at you, you're like, oh, who is this? You know, because you're confident. Not in how much money your clothes cost or where you got it from or the name brands, but that your personality shows through the outfit and you generally love how your body feels, how your body looks, and you're wearing good clothes that make you feel good.
Yes. Going off that, I know that one person I follow on Instagram is Sham Boudram. Yeah, she talks about sex and sex positivity, and that is great, fantastic. I've followed her for years off of that, but I've also followed her for years based on the outfit combinations that she comes out with consistently and how well things fit her and how she exudes confidence throughout her clothing. It is absolutely beautiful seeing the color combinations that she comes up with. A while ago, she had this book that came out called, I'll put a pin in that, but it has like a game element. It's like
I know the
called,
book you're talking about. Yeah.
yes, it's like
I
called A
forgot the
Game of
title.
Dating, or
Yeah, something like that.
I bought the book, but the book came at the time with a link, and she eventually posted it on her Instagram of a stylist's color combination. So it had the primary colors that your outfit's based off and what accessories you could add in there, accessory colors that you add in there. And that plays on color theory. If you have
Yes.
a really good in-depth knowledge of color theory and you know your color season, you will be winning. Like knowing that I could wear, again, like you said, like a plum purple and a bright orange together, and I'll look
beautiful,
amazing. And I could have like a basis of white in there as well to balance everything out. Beautiful, yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. And that's the key. I was telling my friend this, maybe my sophomore year of college. And she was asking me, like, how do I like pick colors together? Like, how do I know like what color goes with what? I'm like, girl, you remember in first grade where we learned the primer colors and
wheel
colors?
Y'all yes. Remember the damn wheel?
The wheel. It's literally, you can translate that to fashion. That's literally how it is in fashion and in yep. clothes. Like it's the same way. So like it's not even that lets you know that it's not like some new like scientific field that you have to study. It's not like some new eology, theology, quality. Like it's none of that. Yeah. It's what we learned in the first grade. Like yes. it's easy for everyone to understand. But like when you like really take the time and like understand what colors go with the whip, it doesn't matter whether you're a tomboy or girly girl, you're classy or you know, you baby, whatever. Like
yeah.
The colors go together, you're already past the first step.
A hack that I heard on TikTok, again, TikTok trends could be very helpful, is that some people look at different teams' colors, because if you think about it, football and basketball teams have people who actually are designers that go in and figure out what colors look good together, because their outfits have to look good together. So it's already basically scientifically known and fashion back that these colors look good together. So if you come up with an outfit that but has those colors in it, it is bound to be a good outfit, because as long as it works with your skin tone, of course, but it's bound to be a good color combination because it's already a known fact that colors look good together.
Right. And it's been seen before. So
Yes.
like when you haven't seen the color combination before, it can seem a little like ooh, does this even look good? You know, stuff like that.
Yes.
But like look out. Like look at different
Mhm.
fields of the world, and like you'll see like the inspiration of like what colors go together, or what patterns go with what colors and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, and also don't be like afraid to like go out of the box, because there's this one Instagrammer that I follow. Don't remember her name, but I love her. And she doesn't necessarily like some of the things she wears, I probably wouldn't exactly wear because I'm not there yet. You
Mhm.
know, like confidence like out the box wise, but like she wears like different patterns together, different colors together, and like different shapes of earrings, but it just goes together. You know,
Yeah.
so like don't be afraid to like wear like leopard with print. I know like some people like, hey, you know, wear plaid with stripes and stuff like that. And you know, if you wear it and it doesn't look good, take it off. You know, don't
Yeah.
don't take yourself outside if you don't like how it looks on you. But
Yes.
like, you don't need to follow the rules. I think there's no rules in fashion. Now, some things might not look the best,
Mhm.
but honestly, it's up to you.
It's
Your
like
rules.
makeup. It's very much like
Yeah.
makeup, how makeup is individual and goes by from person to person. I am not a huge eyelash wearer, but on some people that looks amazing and
Mm,
that's their personal makeup style. It's not mine, but on them it looks amazing. That's exactly how fashion is. Like for some
yeah.
people, they can wear, I'm a very colorful, I love color in my wardrobe. Some people, all they want is those neutral colors. That's all they want to wear. And they pull it off so well because they have the jewelry to go with it. It's their aesthetic. They feel comfortable in it. They feel very confident. It's what actually like brings out their personality. But if they were to put on my wardrobe, it would be a no-go because they'd be
Right.
like, oh no, this is too loud.
Right. Right.
But yeah, definitely finding what works for you is key. Remembering that color wheel in school. And I mean, looking
Yeah.
at logos makes things like so much easier. So much
True.
easier for different things.
True. And also finding people that you can kind of like look up to as like inspiration for like fashion, especially finding people that look like you or that has the same body shape as you, or even like the same tax bracket as you, because you don't want to go too crazy following a lot of
Tuh,
celebrities and you know you
tuh.
can't afford their clothes, but you're
Follow these
trying so
influencers,
hard.
follow these $2.5 million, not $1 million, million follower count Instagram people. If you want to, and try and buy the same outfits that they do it if you want to. But I
Right.
really love small creators for that reason, because not saying that the bigger ones haven't touched grass in a while,
Mhm.
but I'm still down here right now for right now.
Right.
And I could aspire to be like to have the outfits and have the closets, the people who have a lot of money, but I'm not there right now. So to see like what people come up with what they have, it makes a world of difference.
Right. Right. And I feel like that's low key what I want to do with my Instagram page, because I love following like fashion influencers,
Yeah.
and I've noticed that like they be wearing some nice things, but I can't find it at Target, or I can't find it at my thrift store, or I can't find it at Marshalls or Ross or whatever, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm like, I don't want to be that person that's like, good, you need to buy this because I'm wearing this. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
people that are like that. I just want to be like, this is what I can pull off. And this is like $13. No,
Yeah.
okay, $13, you know, just like attainable things. So that's really key, because you don't want to try to create a whole wardrobe and go broke.
Mhm.
But you had the money, but you just got nice clothes. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's
And
funny
that's why
because
I'm going on a on a 30-day no spend.
right, because it's real. Like we are not these influencers. We're not these high-end fashion celebrities or whatever you want to call them.
Not yet. Catch me in 4 to 5 years.
Well, well, but like understanding, like I love thrifting.
Mhm.
My friend put me on the thrifting, and I feel like I found some really beautiful pieces at thrift stores that they were worth more to me than like buying them like Zara or like buying
Yep.
them at like whatever store people go to these days, So like really venturing out of the normal places of shopping,
Mhm.
because I feel like that's where you really get those statement pieces. You really get
Mhm.
those
Unique
staple
things.
pieces, right? Unique, or just like regular button-up shirt, or like whatever, because you're not spending so much money all at once.
Yeah.
And also you can layer those pieces. So like when you go to thrifting, in your mind, you gotta make a list because you're about to be here for 5+ hours. So I feel like when you're thrifting, you're more intentional with what you're buying. I feel like for me, when I would be at H&M or Zara or whatever, the first thing we think of is trending. Oh,
Yep.
hot right now. Look at this. Oh, this is also hot right now. Oh, I need to get this because I saw this girl wearing this, and I need to, whatever. Like I have this urge to just impulse shop. Just, oh, this on sale. This on sale too. We love to just buy things on sale, especially us Caribbean folks. We just buy the whole sale.
I got this 2 for 2 right here. I was
Right.
20% off.
2 for 2. But the problem is we don't
You have to
wear
buy
those
2.
clothes. We'll probably wear those clothes in one lick because guess what? Next month, the season is over. The trend is gone. And it comes a new season. At thrift stores, you see the same type of clothes all year round. There's no trend for thrift stores. There's no like off season, in season. You just see clothes. But the reason why I say that is because I feel like when you go thrifting, you have to be intentional because time, you don't be there for so long. And so for me, when I go thrifting, it makes me intentional, or it keeps me intentional on what the things I actually need, what the things I'm actually here to buy. And I just feel like at the end of the day, it not only benefits my wallet, but it benefits my wardrobe, because I know what I'm buying, I'm actually going to wear,
Yep.
And that's why I'm like moving away from trends. I'm trying to move away a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but I'm trying to move away from fast fashion brands because it's really addicting, to keep up with the trends, to keep up with the Joneses,
Yeah.
this is hot, let me get that. But at the same time, you can still buy those trendy items just for discounted prices at the thrift store.
Yeah.
So changing the location of where you shop will benefit your bank account 10,000%. And for the people who love like the aesthetics that come back every 10 years, they're at thrift stores. The grandma just donated them last week. Go to them.
Yes. And they're sturdy items. And also your wardrobe, see, that's what I'm trying to get to in my personal wardrobe, is having your wardrobe be 60 to 75% those staple classic pieces that you can wear your whole life, or I'm not going to say your whole life, but for the whole time that you're that current size. Ooh, I just hiccup. But yeah, the whole time that you're that current size.
Yes.
Versus having it be 100% trendy and having to trash your wardrobe consistently and refresh.
Right.
Because a white button down is going to be in forever.
It will never go out of stock. Never. It never can. It never will.
But a bright purple cut up whatever is not always going to be in style. It's going to have a shorter lifespan, so you can have like a few of those trendy pieces to like, of course, be in touch to what's happening in fashion right now if you want to.
All right.
Making sure that you really have that basis of like staple clothes.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's deciding which is really more important at the moment. What's more of a priority? The trending pieces that you can only wear every 5 years?
Yeah.
Or those staple pieces where you can literally wear them January, December,
back to
for the next 10, 20 years.
Exactly.
And so once you realize, because I noticed like every 10 years, like the newest decade comes back in style. So like a few years ago, it was 90s. Now it's like, no, like maybe last year
2000.
it was Y2K. And now it's like the 2000s era. I don't know how to describe it, like Sex and the
2010.
City, that type of vibe. That's like really in with a platform, but like the satin skirts and like the tanks and stuff like
Yep.
that. It's like once you really understand the climate of the trends and the climate of fashion, and honestly, when you look at like fashion shows, Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, those low key be setting the tone. And all of a sudden, stores be rushing in with whole new styles to keep up with the fashion world. And it'd be eating people's pockets up.
Yep.
It really does. So once you really understand, what you like know the game, it will better help yourself like protect your money and understand, do you really need this? Or do you want to wait for the next 2 years when it comes back? Comes back and around, it comes back trending, Because honestly, some people, I don't know if this relates to all people, but some people don't want to be caught up in the wrong trend. Like, some people don't want to be wearing 90s when Y2K is out right now.
Yeah.
And so
And
you sound like
personally, I don't care. I'm aware what I'm aware.
right. So it really is the mindset.
Yeah.
It really is the mindset. Because once you're comfortable, once you're confident in your style, it wouldn't really matter what trend is in right now. Because you know that whatever you wear, that's the trend. So
Exactly.
it's a transition from following the trend to being the trendsetter. You feel me? Right. All of a sudden, right. So that's really what it is. You can't keep up with the world. The world moves way too fast. Everything's out quick of a second. This has more value than this value within next 24 hours, So being true to yourself and to your style, like it really is that deep. Like I'm sorry I just got that deep, but it truly is that deep. Like it's not just clothes.
Because I mean, like, clothes are it's your inviting card. Like, people see your clothes and your vibe at the same exact time. It's really like the calling card to you. That's you putting yourself forward. I know that personally I have started to get myself ready for the day more intentionally. So instead of rolling out of bed, going to Walmart and whatever I had on and just putting like a random shirt on and running to Walmart, I've just started to be intentional about, okay, I need to get up, I need to brush my teeth. Well, of course, we always brush our teeth around here because okay. But by my toothbrush,
no one wears masks anymore. We have to make sure we keep it fresh. Okay, it's time to get back to the mouthwash. Back to the flossing.
I beg of y'all. And there's even these new things that they're like little, they look like gum, but it's made by Listerine. You pop them in your mouth, and it's like a little burst of mouthwash. Buy those, please, people. No fucking breath.
Those are the trends you should be following.
Yes. But like I've been more intentional about like I have lip gloss right by my toothbrush because okay, I brush my teeth, I need to put some lip gloss on. I need to get fully ready to go somewhere before I just like step out. I now keep like extra clothes in my car just in case I do want to go somewhere else and change up my look. Just because like I know that I now want to feel a certain way. I feel like that's a part of me feeling like the woman that I want to be is how I'm dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And just having that vibe. It makes me more inviting when I look good as well. Cause I notice when I rush out the house in a hoodie and sweatpants, I don't want to see anybody and I don't want to talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. Whenever I put a little bit more effort in, I'm like, hi, how are you doing?
Right. You're actually friendly to people.
Yes. I'm not just like rushing through Walmart trying to avoid people. But yeah.
Right.
I've enjoyed this conversation.
I am too. I could talk all day about fashion and clothes and makeup and hair and nails and the whole just.
We know that makeup is my territory, and I will also
Yes.
talk about that like forever. I'm actually in the process of getting back into makeup as much as I used to be, because one thing about little Naomi, she was done up, okay?
Yeah.
But I going off of the sustainability part of using what's in your collection, there's two things I wanted to say. Is one, you should be going through your clothes consistently to see what fits your body right now, because that's one thing that I'm doing right now, and I think I'm going to make it like a TikTok series. Is I gained weight during quarantine, and things that I used to love do not fit me anymore, and I cannot just hold the attachment to those because I love the pieces. I gotta let those go. I need somebody else needs to love these pieces instead of me. So just
I
cycling
will
those out.
volunteer myself as tribute for that.
Like, you know what? Since you're already getting rid of them, I will take the burden.
Right. I don't mind the burden.
I will take a picture of the ones I'm letting go, and I'll send them your way. And whatever you want, I'll either like have them here waiting for you whenever you come back to Houston, or I'll just ship them off to you. But probably Houston would be the best idea. I know you packed a lot of clothes whenever you left.
Well, you made a great point though of when you're saying you're giving your clothes away.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is doing beat drops or something.
Oh, I was like, that's a little beat right there.
Right. College, y'all. Unpredictable. But I feel like us as Caribbean folks, we love to give clothes away to people. And not lately, but maybe it was this summer when I came home from college, I had clothes that like were just too small. I gave them to Malia, my younger sister, and it fit her perfectly well. I'm like, yeah, you're growing.
Yes.
But I'm also growing too. So like for like the first time in forever, I'm like gaining weight, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I've been the same size since like third grade.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow, I'm like 20 now. My clothes don't really fit me like that. Like my legs are a little bit bigger. My waist is a little bigger. I'm like,
I was like, damn, these Caribbean jeans are hitting. I'm getting thick. Like,
right. I'm like, well, dang, I knew I wanted this, but do I want this right now? Like, I really like this skirt for real. Like, I don't want to give it away.
yes.
But like, you gotta make that change. You gotta either resell them or give them away to your family members. Now I've kind of moved away from giving them away to like Goodwill or like Salvation Army, only because those clothes pile up.
Yep.
And they just turn into landfills of clothes, and that's low-key not sustainable.
Yep.
So the thing is finding places to give the clothes away where you know for a fact they will actually be put into use.
So there's a thrift store that is close to my house that's that has a women's shelter attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
So I think it's a network of like 2 or 3 thrift stores. So I know whenever I donate to the thrift store, that one, the money is going to be used for a women's shelter, whatever their profits are, and 2, if the clothes aren't being sold, or if a woman comes in there that needs clothes, they're just going to give them to her.
Right.
And same goes for makeup. There's a lot of places now that if you have like new or like gently used makeup, you could just give it to people,
right,
or who need it.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's the amazing thing. I feel like that's about like fashion. Like it's recyclable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could, anyone would love the piece of clothing that you're wearing. It's okay to give away, especially if it don't fit you. You just gotta let go.
And it diminishes your self-confidence whenever you go into your closet and you are only finding things that no longer fit you.
Right.
And that's not the purpose of having clothes at all. They're supposed to complement you and make you feel amazing. And if you're going in, that's the problem that I had for a little bit. I was going to my closet consistently and just not feeling the best because I was just like, crap, none of these clothes fit me. I gained so much weight. I already feel heavier and I'm going in and I'm just not happy about the clothes I'm wearing, knowing fully well that's not me. I love wearing clothes. I love putting things on. I love putting an outfit together. And I think it's kind of the same way with makeup. Like I was talking about earlier, I started to buy more makeup and I love makeup. I appreciate it. But this is kind of why I'm going on my no buy. I want to appreciate the clothes that I have in my closet, see exactly what fits, what doesn't, and kind of separate those things and really focus on the stuff that I actively have. And I want to do that with my makeup as well. I want to start, have you heard of Project Pan?
I don't think so.
So Project Pan is basically making sure that you are using up your products that you already have instead of having an influx of new products consistently. So again, focusing on that sustainability aspect of I have eyeshadow palettes that makeup goes bad. You can't have makeup in your closet for like 10 to 20 years. You have to actively use it.
All right.
Yes, it goes off. So and also you should be sanitizing your makeup consistently, but that's a whole nother topic. But actually hitting pan on your products before you throw them away.
Oh,
so it's called Project Pan. Like I don't have one near me, but yeah, I don't have my Jackie Aina palette. I have hit pan on several of those eyeshadows, but like for this bronzer, you can't really tell, but there's like different grooves on it now because I've used this so much that I'm about to hit pan on it. So that's what Project Pan is, making sure that you're hitting pan on your products before you actually like start buying new things. And I want to start doing that with my makeup collection. And I think I want to start doing that with like, it wouldn't be Project Pan, but having that capsule wardrobe with my clothes, and seeing how many wears I could get out of a certain piece a season. I feel like that would be like an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that maybe we could do that together on like TikTok.
Yes.
Like pick like 3 or 4 items that we want to like wear and see like how we could like use them like about like 5 to 10 different ways or like 5 to 10 different outfits.
Ooh, I love doing this. Yes, I do this on a daily.
Yes. Okay, great. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Yeah. Awesome.
And honestly, that would teach people to like use the clothes in your wardrobe. Like I remember hearing this one thing back in the day that Ariana Grande wore like one outfit each day. Like none of the outfits repeated. We don't gotta be like that. Like that's that's not realistic. We can't just wear a new outfit each day. Like, so it's okay to remix a piece or wear the same shirt, but like tuck it in or like crop it up or something. Like switch it up. But like there's so many ways you can wear one outfit. Don't limit yourself.
Yes, you bring up a great point in customizing your outfits for you. Bro, if you find a pair of pants at your store that fits you, except the waist needs to be in, get it tailored.
Yes.
Oh,
do not sleep in those tailor shops. Those will help you out tremendously.
And on top of that, first of all, you're supporting a local business, and also you're being sustainable. Also, the people at the shop, they will fit it to you. Specifically, that thing will fit like a glove and it will look more expensive on you,
right?
Because it's made for your body, so it looks custom made. In reality, it might be like 40 years old, but it looks custom and new on you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. There's so many tips and tricks and hacks and tips. Like
it's hard to like fit into like a specific little time. Yes. So we'll definitely have like more talks with like everybody else, other cousins. Hopefully we'll one day have an extended cousin who's like actively in the fashion industry that comes onto the podcast with us. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And one day we'll get invited to New York Fashion Week.
Yo, that's like a big dream of mine. To like be in a row. Not even short row. If I can just be in a row.
Put me in the room. I will stand. I will stand.
Yeah. I don't mind standing. I just want to be there.
So if any fashion designers want to ever just like fly us out, you don't even have to fly us out, just invite us. Ticket.
Right, I'll pay for the ticket. I'll buy my
I will
own
stay with
hotel room.
family. I will drive.
I will make a way.
Yes. One day we will do it. But it's been amazing talking to you. Do you have any music of the week?
I do.
Yes.
I do. Because I realized the past like 3 weeks we had nothing like new and spicy. So I'm like, oh, I gotta come with something.
Yeah.
So this one is actually a NPR Tiny Desk performance that I discovered. So I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel because for me, it's like a great way to discover new artists because they have like a lot of concerts that from people that I've never heard of at all. And so one day I saw this one that came out maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's jazz music. And so the artist is, let me see if I can pronounce it. Endea, Endea, and the Cookout Band.
The Cookout Band. I
The
love
Cookout Band.
Cookout.
Yeah, so the title is so got to me. I'm like, the Cookout Band. And she's a Black woman playing the cello. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what this is about.
I love a good cello.
Yes, let me see what this is about. So apparently, this performance was a 20th celebration of Juilliard jazz music. And so I was like, Juilliard? Well, I know Juilliard. Right. So I was listening to it. I'm like, oh, I love the vibe. I love jazz music. I feel like now that the season's kind of getting more to the autumn, fall, and we're getting more to cozy pumpkin spice, orange leaves, flannels. Like, I feel like jazz is the perfect way to set the tone for the new season. So I was like, yeah, this is definitely it. It was all instrumentals. So I love the instrumental jazz music. It's so calming and chill. Reminds you of coffee and I don't know what it just reminds me of coffee. Right, the cafe and like the Starbucks and all them, Charlie Brown. It just reminds me of the whole season, which I'm so happy that autumn is coming because after autumn is Christmas. But anyways, we go stay in the present. So hopefully we can like link it or like find a way to like link it in the page because
just send it to me.
Right, because I can like find the actual song she performed on Spotify. It says I don't have Apple Music. I just listen to Spotify. So definitely will link it for y'all. But yeah, just trying to add a little jazz into our lives this upcoming fall season.
Yes, I used to love French jazz, especially whenever I was studying, which I don't do as much anymore, but like whenever I was studying. So I'm definitely excited to like listen to that jazz. That's definitely gonna be something that's great. Well,
definitely a vibe.
Yes. I love a good vibe. Something about me, I love a good vibe. Okay.
Right.
But it's been wonderful talking with you and catching up.
Yes.
All right. So any final thoughts to wrap up the whole episode?
At the end of the day, the clothes you wear represent who you are. So first discover who you are, and your clothes will tell the rest of the story.
Period.
Mic drop. If I could drop my
mic drop. Okay, lip gloss drop.
Lip gloss drop.
Yes. So how I'm gonna wrap up this episode is make sure that you're wearing the clothes and the clothes are not wearing you. All right. Well, it's been a great episode. It's been great kicking with you guys. Make sure that you guys are following us on all social media platforms and also on Apple Music, on Spotify. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're leaving a 5-star review. I mean, we're 5-star worthy, right? Make sure that you're leaving a review for us as well. Follow us on YouTube, comment, and we're pretty interactive on our social media right now. So hop on.
Yes.
So We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.